Hey everybody, Beta Phase here. Welcome to my world. We are on episode 3 of All the Farms, and I've been a little bit busy uh, between episodes here. We've got a decent start on our base. This really cool shovel and pick monument. I found this in a tutorial by a YouTuber by the name of Meg Ray. I'll put a link to her video down below and probably a card up in the corner here. Also found a new friend. We've got this little blue guy here that's floating around. We rescued him and another one from a pillager outpost. And I've found these guys really handy when I've been building up in the air. Um, as blocks drop, they can dive down and retrieve them, and I haven't had a lot of block loss from my building. Last episode, we did the cobblestone and stone generator, and I think it's time we got started on a villager breeder so that we can start getting some of the advantages that having villagers provides. Um, so that we can get our trading post as well as some of the villager farms up and running. Now we're going to use a villager breeder, a design that's based off of Logical Geek Boy's design, which I will also link to. We're going to modify it a little just to make it look a little better, and we can get working on that today. I think I've got most of the supplies that we need. The question is, where are we going to put this thing? I've kind of wanted to do an air base, which is what this is the start of here. A little parkour-ish, I guess, but it also keeps it a little more secure from mobs. If we go down here, you can see that we've got some gaps to keep the mobs and the creepers and all of that from coming up. You kind of need to be, you kind of need to be a little alert when traversing this base. Now let me show you something that I've done here. Go into the map. Now you can see we've got a granite outline here. And what this does is if I stand at coordinate 0, 0, this is the distance that stuff grows from where I am. It's called a random tick, and that's what determines whether or not plants are going to grow, whether ice forms. Anything that is considered random in the game is determined by a random tick. And that happens within 128 blocks of the player. Now, it's not exactly 128 blocks because it is chunk based. So these 16 by 16 areas here that's lighting up goes by that rather than by block. We're going to run out here to the perimeter. Okay, so we're going to pull up the chunk grid here. You can see these lines follow the edge of the chunk. Now, if I go into Mini HUD, and turn that on, that shows a wall that is 128 blocks from the 0, 0 coordinate. Now, if you look at it, it actually cuts through all of the chunk borders. So the way that it determines it, you see we've got this area out here. The way that determines it is if the middle of the chunk is within this 128 block radius, then the whole chunk is considered to be in that radius. So what that means is that any farm that is in this area, as long as I'm standing close to that 0, 0 coordinate, grass will grow, ice will form, leaves will decay. Anything that could be considered random will work. So, since we are in the spawn chunks, villagers will continue to work, and animals and villagers will, baby animals and baby villagers will grow, and then as long as we're within that random tick area, then the crops that they harvest will also grow. Now, I really like this design for the villager breeder. Oh, our puppy dog just died. Because it is very self-sufficient. You don't have to provide them with food, the villagers, that is. And it just kind of works on its own to produce the villagers that we're going to need for these other projects that we've got. So we're going to pop into a time lapse. We're going to build up the basic structure of the breeder, and then I'll go through and kind of explain how that works. And our villager breeder build is complete. We just need to add the villagers. I will pop into the cam mode and explain how this thing works. In order to breed villagers, you need three things. You need food, you need villagers, and you need beds. We put two villagers in here. One of them will claim this workstation, become a farmer, and he'll start farming up the carrots. And then he can give the carrots to his friend that's going to be in here keeping him company. Once he gives 9 carrots to the other villager, then they will breed and they will produce a little villager, a baby villager. Now, this trap door right here keeps the big villagers in, the adult villagers in, but it allows the child villager to pass through. Now, as long as they think that they have access to these beds, they will continue to breed. This gate right here, that will shut off access to the beds, and so that is our off switch. If we have enough villagers, we can close these gates, and the villagers will stop breeding because they realize that they no longer have access to these beds. Now, the baby villager, he's going to look at these trap doors here, and mobs think that trap doors are full blocks. They think that they can walk across them, and so the baby villagers, they love to jump on the bed, so they're attracted to the beds. He'll come running through here and drop into this water stream. The water stream will push him down here to this fence post where he will wait to become an adult villager. Now, the important thing about this fence post lifts them slightly up above the block. So when they become a full-on villager, when they get pushed onto this fence post, it pushes them just very slightly into this water stream up here. And when they touch that water stream, they will swim up, and then they will get pushed over into this corner. Once they're in this corner, they're in storage. They're good to go. They're ready to get placed into whatever location we need them, whether it's a farm or a trading post or whatever iron farm, whatever we need them for. We can push this button here on this dispenser. That'll dispense a minecart. That will pick them up through the glass block here, and then we can shuttle them to wherever we need them. So it's a very handy, very easy way of transporting our villagers around. And so as you can see, there is one item that we need here to make this work, and that is the villagers. And so we're going to have to go on an adventure and find a village and somehow transport 2 villagers back here and into this farm. Looking at the map here, it looks like we have a tundra village up here. So hopefully there's some villagers alive in there that we could grab. It looks like there's some farms going on and stuff. And so we are going to travel up there. It looks like we should be able to take our horse. I'm not seeing any rivers or lakes in the way here. So we're going to pop up to there and see what we can find. Well, this is a good-sized village, and we should be able to get everything that we need here. I've got the villagers all secured inside their houses so they don't get eaten by zombies, so we don't have to worry about that. Looking at the terrain, I'm thinking that the easiest way to get them back is by boat. If we can get them into boats and then shuttle them over here to the water, we can go by water fairly easily over to our little area over here. But that's going to take a little bit of work to get things ready for them, to get them up into the villager breeder. So we'll go and take care of that and then come back for our villagers that have been safely secured, we hope. I have been doing a little bit of digging, and I've made this waterway. It goes clear out to the ocean, and so that's how we're going to get our villagers here. We should just be able to get them in the boat and row them around the ocean and into this little sewer that I've got going here. And then we'll just come down here. Right, and we'll break the boat. And this water source here will just push them right into this water stream here. They should swim up. And hopefully head right into our little farm here, into our little villager breeder. So now we need to go get the villagers. Ah! roof wasn't high enough. Okay, let's try this again. Back we go. Okay, we are going to be super careful with this one. Going to make sure that the hitbox, we don't hit him. There we go. And now if we put the water stream in, hopefully he won't die. There he goes. Come on, don't drown, buddy. Yes. Oh, well, look who showed up. Well, I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but look at that. They are already breeding. Get in there, guys. Go on. We'll lock you in. There you go. And look at that. It is working. We've already got a little villager down here. Once he grows up, he should just float upward into this holding unit here. So it looks like this is working better than I expected for the first try. Let's get this mess all cleaned up now. Well, and there we go. We've already got 3 little villagers going. Once they grow up, then they'll get pulled up into that holding tank that's right above them. And we will have all the villagers that we need for all of our other projects and farms. And so that is a job well done. We'll be moving on. Probably, I'm thinking maybe an iron farm would be our next necessity for hoppers and other things, as well as a tree farm. And so those will probably be our next couple of projects. I do appreciate y'all watching this. Of course, if you like what I'm doing here, please like and subscribe to the channel. That does help me out quite a bit. And until next time, y'all take care. Have a good day.